Connection with Shade Network activated. Audio file download commencing. Files marked extremely sensitive. Strategic Homeland Division only. Agent commencing transmission.
What's up, guys? You listen to episode 151 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of the Division 2. Now it's post-launch week of the game, and we have a few things to talk about today, including bugs and fixes. But first, my name is Mike, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
Hope you're both well, and our listeners have had a great week, should I say, and welcome to any new listeners of the show. First, let's get down to some housekeeping. We are doing a giveaway. If you're interested in winning either a copy of The World of Tom Clancy's The Division, or The Division Broken Dawn, which is a novel, or even a sweet steel mug for The Division 2, we do have a giveaway going on. Check the show notes. Show notes? You can't see the show notes. Check the description. There'll be a link there on YouTube, wherever, or check out Twitter. You can go check it out in all those places and enter to win one of those prizes. Anyway, over to Luke.
Yeah, just a quick heads up. If you like what we do on the regular show and you want to show us some support in one shape or form, you can head over to patreon.com/SITREPRadio. We post bonus stuff from the show over there. We also do an additional monthly episode just for the Patreon subscribers. It's a more unchained version of us talking about anything and everything, and probably drinking far too much as well. So that's always good fun. And also on the gaming front, there is a clan open on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. It was supposed to be for our Discord server, Bullets and Beer, but apparently you're not allowed to use the word beer in your clan name in Division 2, so we just called it the SITREP Radio clan. If you want to join the Discord, feel free. You don't have to. It's not a requirement to be in the clan. But if you look on our Twitters, we've got a graphic out with all the information on. Cheers.
As far as I know, just search for SITREP Radio on all those platforms under the clan system, and you should be able to find us. Anyway, how's the last week been for you boys? What have you been up to? Anything interesting?
Yeah.
Trying to remember what games I've been playing the last week.
Can you list them on one hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so straight to it. We've obviously been playing The Division. How's everybody been getting on? Rob, I know you completed the game last week, so it doesn't. Do I need to ask you anything? Are you still enjoying the game at this point?
Yeah,
we're almost like 2 weeks in.
When we recorded last week, I had just got to level 30 that day. Yeah. I've now created another character. I started today. I'm basically endgame on the first character, so just waiting for World Tier 5. So yeah, started a new character today.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah. Love it.
Which specialization did you unlock first?
Sharpshooter.
Right.
Ooh. That's good to keep in mind, because obviously me and Luke are just about to hit endgame. Luke?
Yeah, I reached level 30 last night, and then I've been taking it a bit steady today. I've got some... me and you've got the week off, haven't we, Mike? So I was doing some in real life stuff today. Not played an awful lot today. We're playing when we finish recording. You grouped up to do the first of the 3 strongholds. We'll try and keep this as spoiler free as possible this week.
Yeah, next week we'll probably come back.
Yeah,
it would have been 2 weeks after the launch of the game. I really do kind of want to hit into what we'd like about the game, maybe what we don't like about the game, and really do give our thoughts, because I know last week was kind of like brief. Like we'd played. Robert finished the game at that point, but me and Luke had like really just started. So I do want to give people another week just to kind of dig their heels into the game, get the spoilers out of the way as much as possible. But yeah, that was really weird for me teaming up with someone else because I haven't played with anyone online for almost 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks?
A week.
Oh, a week and a half.
Yeah, week and 2 days. We got early access last Monday, didn't we? So
yeah, we did.
Well, Monday at 11 p.m. So
yeah, so like our chats in Discord have been like very brief. It's like we had a maintenance. What was it? Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday this week, wasn't it? No, Monday. Well, I don't even know what day we're on.
No, Monday. Yeah, Monday night to fix the skills issue, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was pretty much like, oh, hi guys, how you been? I haven't spoken to you in a week. So yeah, kind of joining someone else and playing the Division as a team was kind of weird for me anyway. Especially, I was like, what the fuck is that? And then Luke's got his healer drone out. And I haven't used any healing skills through the 1 to 30 at all. So
that's impressive, to be fair.
I can send you screenshots if you want.
No, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying it's impressive.
I mean, it's not a very efficient way of doing it. Just saying.
I think my reasoning behind it, and I don't know if everyone agrees, it's just kind of like
no one agrees with you.
No, it's weird. I understand that. But I just, one, didn't really want to use healing skills because it literally makes it easier. I've seen people like throwing down the Hive healer one, the one that revives you, because like obviously upon death it can revive you straight away. So if you go down,
I haven't used that yet.
No, I haven't either.
No, I haven't.
I've used the Hive, but not that version.
Yeah.
But I think the one, because I've spoken to a few people and I've seen them kind of go, oh well, I've got Seekers or I've got a Shield or Pulse, and I'm kind of like, well, we had all that in the first game, and for me, I just wanted to use skills that we didn't have, and I just kind of wanted to try and stay away from healing as long as possible. And then it was like, oh shit, I've actually managed to make it through the 1 to 30 without using any healing skills. So when you throw out your Fixer drone, I was like, oh shit, that's what it looks like. That's kind of cool.
I've always had the Fixer drone on, and then I've been mixing with the other skills. So I had the Hive that sends out the little explosive drones to start with. Then I switched and used the regular turret. Then I used the sniper turret for a little bit, and then I've been using the Seeker mines, just the explosive Seeker mines, not the airburst or the clusters.
What do you think? Obviously, what are the skills that you have both enjoyed to use over the last week?
I've recently switched, because I finished the sharpshooter. I've recently switched to the demolitionist, and the turret with the mortar turret is so much fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now that it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking about this, but anyone that picked up the game launch day would have had huge issues over the weekend up to Monday because of the skill bug, which was basically a skill. You'd pop a skill, it'd work, then it'd blow up, and then it'd be a 15-second cooldown, and then you could use it again. And it was kind of like, oh, okay, you can't really use. I think it was mostly caused by the drone, if I remember right.
It was originally causing crashes. Like, so if you joined a group and someone used a drone, it would crash the whole group. And then they kind of sort of fixed that, and then that caused the 15-second bug, I believe.
Well, they said on State of the Game today that it wasn't a new thing. That was just a build-up of server. Basically, the way that Yannick worded the 15-second timer was it's got something to do with the coding when your agent gets put under a status effect. But the more your agent gets put under a status effect, the more likely it is that your skill will bug out in 15 seconds. But it was cumulative across the servers. So the longer the servers had been up, the more people were getting put under status effects, which means it was more likely your skill would bug out and go on a 15-second cooldown. So they had to rewrite that line of code, according to Yannick. Now, it could be bullshit, and they did what Rob suggests, but
I mean, they've been pretty honest about everything so far, haven't they?
I would like to say, while I'm calling them out on bullshit, quote unquote, I think it was absolutely incredible of them that they rolled a patch out the second they verified that it worked, even though it was like 9 o'clock local time for us, so 10 o'clock where they were.
Yeah, it was late.
And it was just a supposed to be a 15-minute maintenance. We'll say they stretched it out to like 25 minutes, but even that in itself is incredible.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they've said before that when they launch something like this, especially like a fix, I think they use the maintenance time to test it. So when the maintenance goes down for a few hours on like a Thursday, they deploy a patch onto the servers, they test it whilst they've got the downtime, and then obviously switch the servers back on for everyone to use. It's probably what they needed the extra time for, to make sure that this was going to fix it.
Oh yeah, no,
in the first place.
That's what I say. You know, they said it was going to be 15 minutes. It turned out to be 25, 30 minutes. Even that, fine, whatever.
No, I agree with you, but I just like freaking social media, probably Reddit. If they'd have been live streaming at the time, everybody would have been like, why can't I play? Why do you choose now of all the times to do a maintenance? It's like they're trying to fix the game. And they've stayed up this late to do it. And I don't even think we had this the first time round.
No. This
is not the first time they've done a maintenance late at night over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, us three and Boris and Dave from Discord were all in Discord chat talking to each other about the game and whatever when the servers went off, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I got great amusement from reading the Division Games Twitter feed with just the comments back from people on the maintenance actual tweet that they put out, with everybody just raging like, how dare you turn the servers off when it's peak time to play in this country? It's like they've turned the servers off in every country on the planet at the same time. It was bound to be peak time for somebody somewhere. Calm the fuck down.
If you want a really good challenge, start a challenging mission when that 30-minute timer pops up.
Oh my god!
It's me, Dave, and Boris had I think it was like 10 seconds left to spare before it shut down.
It depends whose screen you were going on, because you've all got slightly different timers, haven't you?
Well, you saying that, I was trying to do a main mission. I was like, shit, I got plenty of time to do this, but I've got no healing skills. And I think I must have been around about level 17. And around about level 17 in the game, I don't know if you guys felt it, but there seems to be like a huge difficulty jump. Not like a huge one, but it definitely ramps up more so than the earlier sections of the game. And it was just like, shit, I've got like 20 minutes to complete this. Am I going to do it? And I think I died due to
not using any healing skills.
Probably that, but also somebody with a big fucking hammer. If non-spoilers, but
Thor?
Yeah, Thor came in.
Odin's son.
Popped a llama. But yeah, obviously huge shout out to the teams working on this, because for them to be there late at night throwing out fixes that they've obviously been working on all weekend, that people have been, going into Twitch streams over the weekend and shouting at them, why aren't my skills working? And for us, like, we managed to play the game, Tuesday last week, pretty much over the weekend. It was only really Sunday, Monday that it started like playing up quite a bit. But you think for any new players, they've probably had that from day one.
Yeah.
Or at least the first few days for them. So it is a bit of a shame, but it did kind of feel like it came due to the fact of that maintenance last Thursday that seemed to fix a few problems, but from what we're hearing, it's not the issue.
But I mean, let's put it into perspective. The game officially launched on Friday. They patched it on Monday.
That's pretty fucking good.
You can't ask for much better than that, can you? I mean, yes, in an ideal world, that bug wouldn't have been there in the first place. I understand that. For everybody screaming at the radio at the moment, but it's a video game. It's quite a complex video game. Shit's going to go wrong. So,
I love that sideways look you just did where you're like, are we on the radio?
No, I just had a picture of someone screaming at a radio.
Like Dwight from The Office.
It made me laugh.
But yeah, anyway, launch week or launch weekend, because technically we're not at a week of release yet.
Nope.
How do you think it went?
I think aside from the skills bug, fucking bang on, to be fair to him.
Yeah, seen a lot of positivity in the community and outside the community as well. Rob?
Yeah. Like comparing it to the original game, pretty damn good, I'd say.
Yeah, it's nice to see people like Gothalion, Greg Miller, so many people over social media being like, this game, it's so fucking good. I think even Kotaku put out a piece saying this is what a looter shooter should launch like nowadays, and they're completely right. Even Paul Tassi over at Forbes was like, this is a pretty damn good game, and it's taking me away from, you know, the two games that I'm sure Luke will hate. But
I saw him tweet out that Division 2 is actually quite good. I was like, do I reply to him in time to fuck off, or because he was slating it from I think he played the private beta and was like, there's not that much to do, blah blah blah. I was like, fuck off, dude, it's a beta, calm down.
I don't know how anyone could say there wasn't a lot to do in that beta, but
yeah, I mean, on the good side of things, even I've even seen Dr. Disrespect tweeting how good he thinks Division 2 is, and I'm amazed he's playing it because it's not a BR. So,
dude, they went one step beyond. Like, there's a whole thing that Massive put out where Dr. Disrespect is like in one of their adverts.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Really?
Did you see it?
Nice.
Yeah. It's like only a 20-second clip where he's like talking to his character.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I've seen that. That's cool. But no, I think they've nailed it. I really do.
It's so pretty as well.
So damn pretty, and it's so engaging and just so fucking addictive.
I know. I said to you guys earlier, I was kind of like, I can't. How much? Look, my time at the minute is probably nowhere near as.
I was going to say,
like
how many hours are you in?
About 35 hours. I didn't get a lot of time to play last week, but since I've been off, I have tried to play as much as possible. I didn't want to rush it and catch up, but I also kind of felt like I did have to catch up a little bit because I didn't get a chance to play as much over the weekend. And Friday was a complete write-off, so I was fucking delayed. So it was like everyone else was ahead of me. Rob had already done it in 2 days because
I got to level 30 in about 22 hours.
Yeah, but you didn't sleep, right?
I think I got to 30 in about 33 hours.
I'm currently on 69 hours.
What is favorite number?
Also, I want to give Boris a shout out because, dude, that guy hasn't slept in like a fucking week since this game's launched.
I think he's on over 100 hours. He must be by now.
In a week, so from Monday to Monday, he'd played 72 hours.
That's 10 hours a day.
That's 3 complete days out of 7. The fuck is that guy even awake?
Drugs.
I mean, he was off work the first week, right? Or the early access week, because he had surgery on his teeth.
Yeah,
which doesn't stop you playing a game. So,
wait a minute, you can't give him shit when you legitimately skived off work to stay at home for lunch.
I worked at home for a day.
Definitely.
What, today?
I may have done a lot of the work quite quickly and then played the game the rest of the time. That's irrelevant. I still answer emails.
Rob, hang on. Which day are you talking about, Rob?
I was going to say, are you feeling okay? I mean, I know you're on the podcast today, and we're very fortunate to have you here because you're not very well.
Yeah. It was the Tuesday after it launched. So I had the day off.
The first full day of pre-order access you had off to work at home.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't do any work.
And then
did work. I did do work, fuck you.
Today
you got to level 30.
Yeah, well. I got to level 30 on the Wednesday, just before we recorded.
And then last night you told me that you were probably going to have today off work. And then lo and behold, this morning, you're off work because you don't feel very well.
Yeah.
What was it you said? Oh, I've got a bad back because I was carrying Dave.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Oh.
Dave was carrying me, in fact. He should probably be the one with the bad back.
But yeah, are we safe to say it's been a good week?
It's been a great week. I think the whole team deserves some credit.
Yeah, I think it's like we could sit here for like another 20 minutes going on about the game. We'll be back next week probably. I do think next week we should probably give like
one-word reviews.
One-word reviews.
Awesome-tacular.
I know what Rob's is going to be. It's yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is one word.
It's like the man from Del Monte. SITREP Rob, he said yes.
Right, should we get down to some news, boys?
If we must.
Let's go.
State of the game.
Okay, so there was a state of the game today. I just want to reinstate before we go any further that there is currently no news on World Tier 5 as much as people like to spam Twitch chat.
That was
Yeah, I saw that.
incredible. I watched it back on the VOD. It was just like, World Tier 5, question mark. When's World Tier 5 coming? Question mark. How about you talk about World Tier 5? Question mark. World Tier 5?
Yeah, well, they were not that polite. Like, ones I saw were like,
yeah, there was a few like, when the fuck is World Tier 5 coming? But
fuck you, where's World Tier 5? I saw.
Did you see how many people were watching the state of the game, though? It was like 7,000 people watching.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see that. But
You go back like
that's impressive.
6 months and there must have been like 300, 600. Honestly, fair play to them. Like, for all the shit that they get from like people shouting about World Tier 5, the fact that people enjoy this game so fucking much, they're like, give me fucking more right now.
What they don't understand is they want to make the game healthy before they give you that World Tier 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the right decision as well, to be fair. They should, when people actually sit back and aren't being all salty about, oh, it's a brand new game and I've finished it already. Sit back and actually appreciate what the devs are doing and making the game better before they put more stuff out that might break it even more.
And the reason why they didn't give us a date is because they probably don't know yet. They probably don't want to give themselves a deadline because they want to, make sure there's no more bugs.
It's got to be pretty soon, though. Because, like, we were even thinking, oh, they're going to launch the raid, what, 2-3 weeks after the game came out?
I think that's what we all
Yeah, but the raid's not coming with the...
No, we know.
Yeah, we know that now. But what I'm saying is originally going back a couple of months or a couple of weeks ago, we were like, oh, I wonder when the raid would be out.
I think we all said World Tier 5 within 2 weeks and the raid within 4, didn't we? There's like maximums. So
I think if we don't hear about any more major bugs, we'll probably get World Tier 5 end of next week or the week after.
Yeah.
During the Thursday maintenance. And then, it'll be 2 weeks after that for the raid, I guess.
Are you going to be off that day? Or sorry, sorry.
More than likely, we get more.
You only work part time.
We get more holiday in April, Mike. Yeah, can start you doing it legitimately.
I get lots of holiday in April as well. Anyway,
Oh yeah,
I get 12 weeks.
yeah, but you got to look after your kids, so you can't game.
Yeah, that's sort of cool. Anyway. So obviously, Hamish was joined by Yannick to discuss a lot of things that are obviously going on in the Division community at the minute. As Rob's already said, the main thing that they want to do at the minute is address any issues that are going on with the game, make sure all the bugs and, there's missions not working. Luke, I know you've been having issues with like an SHD cache or phones you can't access.
Just one phone, yeah. There's a shade cache that you can't get currently unless you get it at the same time that you're getting a side mission because it's in the same area and then the doors are locked. And then in the same area, there's a phone recording that me, Rob, Dave and Boris cannot for the life of us figure out how to get. So we don't know if that's bugged because there's a van you can climb up that leads you to an open window, but you can't climb through the window. So we're assuming it's that, but that is a big assumption. So, but I mean, that's minuscule problem on the grand scheme of things.
Well, it is pretty cool to see the fact that, they're taking a bit of time before they obviously do drop more content to be like, hold up a minute, we're going to try and get this game to the best state it can be. Because what I'm being completely honest, if you think maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, the play base for the Division was probably nothing what it was now. The amount of pre-sales on the Division 2 was probably insane. And what they're wanting to do now is keep people in the game. And the only way you're going to do that is by have a good working game with no bugs as much as possible. Then bring in the content. And let's be honest, there's a lot of content already in the game. For those of you who have played it, there's a lot to do. The open world itself is more than enough. obviously, if you're rushing to the end game, that's completely fine. But there's enough to keep you going for a couple of weeks, really, isn't there? So that's more than enough time to get shit fixed before we get another world tier and get tidal basin.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Rob, as someone that's obviously been at World Tier 4 for a few days or quite a while, I would assume. Do you kind of agree with that, or?
Yeah. I mean, one of the main reasons why I created another character today is because I'm actually experiencing another bug they're trying to fix, which is none of my dailies are resetting, because apparently you have to be in game when they reset. So I have to be playing 24 hours a day. Challenge accepted, I guess.
Also, it was quicker to level up another character than to wait for the dailies to pop, right?
Well, I just want to keep playing the game that I love and not be like frustrated that I can't do all the stuff that I want to do. Like, I'm at max score level. So, yeah, it's still fun though. Like,
nice.
Me and Boris were helping Dave through some things, and we were just running stuff on story mode, and that was just super fun because we were just like, it was like playing, I don't know, it was because we weren't having to worry about being in cover so much. We were just like smashing it.
Nice. Okay, so the difference this time around that they did actually talk about was community feedback has obviously been a huge challenge, and trying to basically maintain the community feedback with the next patch that they're going to put out there. However, community feedback has been very, very good this time around with respect to, like, they were actually able to fix the drone issue that was obviously cropped up over the weekend. And because there's so many people giving, I would assume, detailed feedback, videos, all the rest of it over on the forums, there's a lot of people like tagging devs and Julian and all the rest of them on Twitter as well, which is, I guess we're okay with seeing that. But obviously you can also always go to the official forums. But yeah, the response time has been greatly increased, especially at the minute. We'll probably see that continue over the next couple of weeks, if not a couple of months. One of the known issues that they did, I don't know if it's a known issue. I know you were talking about it, Luke, the castle settlement being grayed out.
Yeah, for once I was actually proven right. I'm normally fucking way off on these sort of things. But yeah, so a known issue, and I'm doing bunny ears because it's not actually an issue, but the castle settlement will go grey once you've unlocked it. It's not a bug. It's not an issue. It's supposed to be grey. The way that I explained this to a couple of guys in Discord was there's no progress bar for that settlement. You can't upgrade it at all. So it's different to the other settlements. So it's not green. But basically that is intended. They did admit on State of the Game that they probably should have made that clearer in-game to people so that they didn't think it was a bug, because it is different. You know, all the other settlements are green, so it does look like it could be an issue, but it's not. It's grey on purpose. Once you've unlocked it, that's it. Done.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
There are spoilers there. But let's be honest. I mean, if you're playing the game and you've got, I mean, they talk about settlements. You're not going to have just one settlement if they're saying plural, are you? So, also, it could be something we'd look to do in the future.
Yes, well, that's exactly what I said. Future content.
More settlements confirmed, Rob?
Not by me. No.
Well, you've said it now.
Well, no,
so.
it was speculation. I'm not going to confirm it.
I thought
if we speculate it, that's what happens.
Yeah,
right?
I thought Massive got all their ideas from you, Rob.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's where they got all their massive ideas from, right?
It's the crossbow, eh?
Okay, so some other issues that they are working on. There's obviously some major audio issues. I don't know if you guys have had anything. Luke, I know you've had disruptions on PC with regards to other stuff with like Discord and all the rest of it.
Nothing to do with the audio, though.
Nothing to do with it.
Fucking Discord being an absolute arsehole.
But they are looking into doing certain improvements, such as the headshot sounds, and I don't know where the other one's gone.
There was a problem.
Silencer.
Yeah, silencers apparently not impacting the gun sound. So you put a silencer on a weapon, it sounds exactly the same as if it's not got a silencer on it. Which, again, in the grand scheme of things, who cares?
Minuscule.
Yeah. Just going back to what I said about Discord, if you are having a problem with your game launching and you've got Discord overlay on, turn it off. It's fucking annoying. I wasted about 3 hours of my life yesterday trying to figure out what was wrong with the game, and it turns out it was Discord's fault all along. So
yeah, this is on PC. Also, if you are having problems in general, turn off any overlays at all. Shadowplay can cause issues as well. As far as I know, Uplay, all of it.
Yeah, there's
causing issues.
Quite a lot of different overlays. I was in the Reddit forums for known issues of black screening and the game booting in windowed mode and all sorts of shit. And the amount of different overlays that will cause a different issue to the game launching is unreal. So just turn them all off.
Okay, so there is going to be another server patch. Do we know if the server patch is going live on Thursday, Rob?
Well, we know there's going to be maintenance tomorrow on Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably be done by the time this is out, but
I'm not sure if these things are going to be addressed, but some of the things they are looking to address in the next proper server patch, there's a few progression blockers, such as talking to division coordinator or talk to X person. Huge problem that people are having issues with, such as Rob, dailies and weeklies, not resetting. Didn't they have an issue with that ages ago? Or in like the first year of the division where something wasn't resetting. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do recall something like that.
Because the date wasn't set right or something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
but
I do remember that. I can't exactly what it was, but yeah.
I just remember something like they put like, it was meant to go on for a couple of years or to infinity, and they put like the first year. Or it wasn't even the first year, it was like the first 6 weeks or something. It was like a placeholder.
Yeah, it just
date.
stopped resetting, didn't it, or something?
Yeah.
The date was... It's like the Millennium Bug. In a game.
Yeah. Clan XP progression has been out. They've been having a lot of issues with that. Some people have not seen their Clan XP like move at all. It's kind of been stuck. Have you guys had any issues with that?
Boris had that.
Angry Chef Guy had it in our PC clan as well. Apparently the workaround for that is leave the clan, get added back in again, and it works, but I can't verify if that's true or not. Angry Chef Guy tried it and he's not come back to me and said there's a problem, but...
I thought you were going to say he's not come back.
No, he's definitely back. It was his idea. It was like, Luke, if I leave the clan, will you let me back in? I was like, yeah, dude, of course I will. Like,
you have to pass the test.
Yeah.
I just want to go join somebody else for 5 minutes. Something else that I thought that was quite interesting, group scaling, when you play with a different player, apparently is not working as intended. The NPC like damage that they are dealing is way too much. And apparently it's going to be changed, but it's not going to fix the problem entirely. Apparently there's a problem with scaling.
It's armor scaling, right?
Yeah.
So, again, quoting Yannick from State of the Game.
Best French accent, go on.
No, I can't do a French accent. I'll just insult far too many people. But the way he worded it was the NPCs do far too much damage because they've got a calculation slightly wrong, so they're going to tune that back. And then also, if you are joining somebody that's much higher level than you, so let's say Mike joined me a couple of days ago and I was level 24 and he was level 7. His gear would be green gear almost definitely. Mine would be purple or gold. So the stats will increase, but only to the stats of max green gear. And therefore the armor max of green gear is a lot lower than it is on purple and gold gear. So whilst you are at the max stats available for your gear quality, you're not as high geared as what I would be. Therefore, you seem a lot squishier, especially now the NPCs are doing too much damage as well as.
It makes sense because they're basically just normalizing it to a certain level, aren't they?
Yes.
And if the max roll is like, I don't know, 100, yeah, yours is a lot fucking higher than that, and you're going against like stupidly high NPCs. Well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, the easy fix for that is just play it solo. Enjoy the story at least once solo. because it's fucking brilliant. So
yeah, I don't know why you. Well, some people do want to group up. Me and Rob did that with the first game.
I get that. I do get that. I was kind of joking by saying play it solo, but I kind of would recommend playing it solo too.
I did. I recommended to someone earlier. I basically was like, "Do you remember the Division 1? We'll throw that out because it's even fucking better." And then he went off and he was already on like a 45 gig download on his PlayStation 4 within about 10 minutes. I was like, fuck, what internet have you got? Anyway, obviously not everything can be fixed with server patches. Stuff does have to be downloaded client side. They do take a little bit longer, but some of the stuff they are looking at is some of the skill reset issues that are hopefully going to be sorted. The rest of the group scaling issues should be sorted at that point. And apparently the issue where your character looks suddenly different will be addressed. You guys had any issues with that at all?
Addressed.
Not heard that one.
And obviously remaining from last week, there was a lost skin issue where, what was it, purchased or applied skins, once you deleted them, would disappear.
Yeah, if you got a skin on a weapon and you destroy the weapon, you destroyed the skin as well, which is
occasionally happen with mods as well.
Did it? All right, that's a new one. I mean, yeah, it's fine if it's a skin that you've unlocked in game. It's not fine if it's a skin you've paid for with your actual money. So
no, and if you have paid for them and it's disappeared, you've deleted it, go speak to Uplay, the guys at Uplay, and they'll sort you out. Okay. And finally, other planned features that they did discuss today on the State of the Game: auto run on console. I don't know if you guys have added that. Sorry, Rob?
That's amazing. I wasn't even in the first game.
No, it wasn't. It was on PC though.
Yeah.
It wasn't on console, no. Strobe lighting will be addressed. Yeah, there's been like some weird flickering going on. Which is kind of funny because, well, it's not funny, but if you're obviously epileptic, it's not funny.
No, that wouldn't be funny at all.
No. But I'm pretty sure, isn't it in like the intro of the game where it's like if you have any side effects and it's like it's like some flickering?
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they're talking about. Where it's basically warning you against epilepsy fits. And then the strobe light in there. Whoever put 2 and 2 together is insane. And a field of view slider will be added.
Yes. This is great.
Or at least they said they'd try and add it the best they could, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I don't think it was 100%.
I think Yannick said they want to add it, but didn't say that they definitely want to
confirmed.
But I mean, yeah, you could clip it and say that Yannick said they want to do it.
Fair enough. And finally, the scaling of skill mods in the world tiers are going to be looked into, because apparently, like, even some of the lower tier ones are better than the higher ones. Is that right, Rob?
The mods for your skills are definitely bugged. If I had to guess, they've added a 0 when there shouldn't be a 0, because you don't tend to get much above 1,000 skill power, whereas most of the mods need like 6,000-7,000 skill power to be activated.
Right, okay.
So if you took away a 0, they would be like 700, 600.
Which would make sense.
Yes.
Can I also quickly add in that they mentioned, or Hamish mentioned, that they want to get Thylander back on the State of the Game pretty soon, because he's still wanting to review the
weapon
negative
mods.
Values of the weapon mods.
Yep, you can.
Thank you.
Just a little bit before we move on from that, how do you feel about weapon mods now? You've had a bit more time with it since the open beta.
I'll let Rob answer this because he's got a lot more than I have.
The ones you get from leveling are, I would say, the worst ones you get in the game, because the ones I've been farming, they're definitely better than the ones you get given.
Okay.
Without spoiling anything.
Spoilers. Yeah. No, that's cool. Because I did feel like they were better, but the other thing, I know we've had questions before on the podcast where people have been like, oh, what do you think about build diversity? And I don't think it really spoils if we put a number out there, but dude, there's like 77 mods you can fit to weapons.
And put it this way, you get about 38 of them leveling.
Yeah.
So that's only about half.
77 though.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're going to get like standard scopes for each one, like 4 or 5 of kind of like each slot, and they fucking nailed it. Anyway, moving on to what's going to be coming ahead. Obviously, they're going to be fixing the game, bug issues, all the rest of it. World Tier 5 will be coming very soon. It's not this week, but we'll see soon. Apparently, next week.
They said specifically watch on Twitter. That means it won't be announced on State of the Game, I'm guessing.
It'll probably be announced Friday, like it normally does, or Thursday. And then that leads us to the final bit of news where we're going to go down something we haven't done for a long time. Yannick did it today on State of the Game, but today we get Rob to do it, and it's Stats with Rob.
Yeah, I love this feature.
Well, hold on, wait. I will warn you, we did have a huge amount of requests for you to read out a nursery rhyme book.
I don't understand. I don't understand where that's come from. Because, yeah, I don't understand where that's come from. I think that was just you and Luke just saying we want it.
I think it was some back and forth banter on a couple of episodes ago, and then some people in our Discord picked up on it, and it's now a thing. So you either read the stats out that Yannick basically spoon feeds you, or we get you to read a nursery rhyme. It's your choice, dude.
All these stats are from launch. The amount of headshots since launch is 5.5 billion. Jesus Christ. I mean, most of them are mine, obviously. Bullets fired, 123 billion.
All waste.
XP gained, 4.2 trillion. I can't even picture that. How many zeros is that, Luke?
Is it a trillion?
I think it's 9, but I'll check on that.
NPCs killed 3.9 billion and birds shot 1.3 million. See, I would have preferred to have seen like dog shot. I know.
I think Yannick does want to change the animal. And
he's going to do it once a week. He's going to do different animals per week. That's great.
Can't wait for eagles.
How many raccoons were killed?
How many cats?
How many cats? You can't kill cats because you can't freaking find them.
Just a quick update. There are 12 zeros in a trillion. My
12?
Apologies. 12. 6 for a million, 9 for a billion, and 12 for a trillion.
Well, okay. Well, technically it would be 11 because it was 4.2 trillion.
Right. That's it for news this week. Let's go straight down to questions and feedback. I'm going to hand you straight over to Luke.
Nath Prodigy from Discord says, I'll keep it short and sweet. That's what she said. But it's the most fun I've had playing a game in a long time. It's made the 25 hours I've played absolutely fly by. The best thing is, I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with the content available. Truly a great launch, and I've barely ran into any bugs too. Well said.
Snoop NYC says, TD2 is great so far. Haven't had much time to play because of work, but from what I've played, I've had a blast. The most fun I've had in a long time on a game, and that's another thing I've noticed. It's a lot smoother than the Division 1. The Division 1 had a lot of bugs out of the gates, which is true. But they did go on to fix it, but I will agree, the game is damn smooth. This is coming from someone that had a stupid issue on his fucking PC due to NVIDIA drivers, but there we go.
Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Smart Luck Shippo says, taking the game quite slowly, as I'm only level 15, but even only being that far after around 16 hours still feels like I've only scratched the surface. There's a lot of people saying that, right? It's great how difficult the game can be at times, and love that if you are not careful, the AI can flank you and you're dead.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people go, like a friend of mine, Bill, he's just picked up the game, hasn't played any of the betas at all because he didn't think he'd be able to play, didn't get a chance to play the game at all. And he was like, holy shit, like these guys are just surrounding me, and he's playing solo at the minute. And yeah, I was like, yeah, well, you gotta get good. Sorry.
He goes on to say, I really hope the difficulty doesn't get nerfed. The world having so many friendly and enemy patrols also makes the game so much more immersive. Really feels like you're playing a live world rather than an abandoned wasteland. Major props to the devs, and they've smashed out the park.
I'd agreed. Not Me Mister says, loving every minute of it. Only level 15 so far, so nowhere near the end game. Main missions are really good and interesting settings. Side missions are good too, and a huge improvement over the first game. Easy to get distracted by exploring the open world and the events going on with the AI. Finally, love the clan system and being a member of the SITREP Radio clan. Thanks, dude. And yeah, I easily get distracted too. It's about time somebody said that, because, you know, much like we got distracted in the DZ on Division 1 and it's squirrel here and squirrel there, it's now loot box here and phone recording there and side mission to do here and public execution to stop over here. It takes me ages to get to a mission because, you know, I refuse to fast travel anywhere, so I'm doing 16 million things on the way to a mission.
Can you imagine if you didn't fast travel through the 1 to 30, how much longer that would take you? I mean, I tried for at least the first 10 to 12 levels, and then at some point I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. But before we move on, clan system, I'll talk about next week, but I love the clan chat box.
Yeah, we're aware.
So much shit.
This comes from Easy Ice. Really enjoying TD2. Been taking my time at level 15. So much to explore. Clan SSRR. Have yet to team with a clan member. I'm in Eastern US. We haven't got many Eastern US members, have we?
No, but I mean, teaming up will come. I mean, you played the game 1 to 30 solo. The other two of us did. Boris played most of it solo. I think most people are playing it solo, aren't they? And then when we get to Strongholds, World Tiers, Dark Zone, Conflict.
When you get to like the harder content, you kind of have to group up.
Yeah. I think everybody just wants everyone just wants a bit of a break to kind of take in the game that we've basically waited for, the last year for. And I think it's definitely the best way to do it. Anyway, Sir Beetle says, I'm really enjoying the long game. The leveling from 1 to 30 was satisfying and fun. Strongholds were hard but fun and very doable since I'm a solo player at the moment. Upgrading gear has been great, though I'm still getting used to the different UI from the Division 1 to the Division 2. But now, just hitting World Tier 1 and the end game happening, holy crap, I have a lot to do, and I'm excited to do it. But those are my initial thoughts and impressions at the minute. Completely agree. Haven't even hit World Tiers yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the world completely just flipping in the Division 2.
And finally, one of our Discord mods, Seamaster GMT, says, I'm still in awe of the scenery in the game. The places I have been make my eyes water. The sound is out of this world. I really enjoy shooting the rifles, and they have a proper thump sound to them. This game is tops all round so far.
Agreed. Huge agreed. Thank you to everyone who sent in feedback this week. It's hugely appreciated. Robert, where can the listeners find us and send those lovely questions and feedback?
You can find us over at SITREP Radio on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as our personal accounts. Send any questions or feedback for the show to sitrepRadiopod@gmail.com, or you can find us on Discord. The link will be in the show notes. We want to hear your thoughts on the news and topics we cover, so be sure to leave a comment and join the discussion in any of those places. Luke?
Please leave a review of the show using a podcast app of your choice. We really do enjoy reading each and every review. The feedback is excellent, and at the end of the day, it does actually help other people to find our lovely little show. If you listen all the way to the very end of the show, you will hear juicy details about the other awesome shows that are available on the Mash Those Buttons network. Thank you.
We do live stream as often as we can, so if you are interested in dropping by and chatting with us whilst we play the Division 2 and some other games, you can find us all over at twitch.tv/SITREPRadio or not twitch.tv, it's mixer.com/SITREPRadio.
Yeah,
Is that right, Rob?
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, we haven't been streaming much over the past week and a half due to us kind of taking a little bit of time back, taking in the Division 2 for ourselves. I would imagine probably next week ship would start moving again. What do you reckon, Rob?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cool. Anyway, we have been SITREP Radio. Thank you very much for listening, and we will catch you in the next episode. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sequence complete. Security protocols deactivated. Server data replaced and CPU destroyed. Terminating connection in 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction